Okay, Torah concept, New Testament, put away all bitterness. Okay, so while the Torah doesn't use the exact phrase put away all bitterness, it repeatedly emphasizes rejecting resentment, avoiding grudges, and pursuing forgiveness and compassion. These themes in the Torah parallel Paul's exhortation in Ephesians 4, verse 31. So the Torah parallels to put away all bitterness, Leviticus 19, verses 17 and 18. It says, "You shall not hate your brother in your heart. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself." Okay, so this prohibition of hatred and grudges, command to love, this directly aligns with rejecting bitterness, wrath, and malice. Okay, next example, Deuteronomy 15, verses 7 to 10. Is a command to open your hand generously to the poor. And it says, "And your heart shall not be grieved when you give." And so generosity without resentment counters bitterness by cultivating compassion. Next example, Genesis chapter 50, verse 19 to 21. Joseph forgives his brothers. It says, "Do not fear. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Okay, so forgiveness instead of revenge is the model for releasing bitterness and choosing mercy. Exodus 23, verses 4 through 5. Help your enemy's donkey if it is struggling. So this act of kindness towards adversaries rejects malice and promotes reconciliation. Next example, Deuteronomy 24, 14 to 15. "Do not oppress the poor or withhold wages." Justice and empathy prevents bitterness from exploitation and resentment. So the key observations here, bitterness as grudge-holding. The Torah's clearest parallel is Leviticus 19, verse 18, which explicitly forbids bearing grudges. Forgiveness as a covenant value is the next. Stories like Joseph forgiving his brothers show that bitterness is overcome by trust in God's providence and choosing reconciliation over revenge. Next, generosity and justice. Commands in Deuteronomy and Exodus stress that bitterness often arises from injustice or resentment. By mandating fairness and compassion, the Torah seeks to prevent bitterness from taking root. And the next, love as an antidote. Both the Torah and Ephesians frame love as the opposite of bitterness. So the Torah has love your neighbor as yourself, while Paul says be kind and tenderhearted and forgive one another in Ephesians chapter 4. Okay, so the Torah's approach is structural and covenantal and insists that bitterness, wrath, and grudges are incompatible with covenantal love and must be replaced with forgiveness, compassion, and justice. This is how Paul taught Torah. The Torah has not passed away.